Hey guys, and welcome back to One Pod Life. This week I am talking to Gemma Clews, whose first experience with golf wasn't a good one. She actually hated it. After a 2-year absence from golf, she picked it up again and fell in love with it. With her first professional win coming on the Rose Ladies Series at Hillside in 2022, shooting a -5, Gemma has started this season on the LET Access Series with the sole aim of finishing in the top 6 of the Order Merit to score her full Ladies European Tour card for 2024. It was a really good chat. Obviously, we did talk at the end about what she thinks the must-dos are for any aspiring golfer to compete at the elite professional level. So please, guys, do enjoy this episode. If you do like it, don't forget to share it with your friends. Don't forget to head over to Instagram, follow Gemma for a start, and also follow me at One Putt Life. Hey Gemma, and welcome to the One Pod Life podcast. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. Okay. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You found your way out of that bunker the other day, so you've been
just about. It was a struggle.
It was quite deep, though, wasn't it? Where was that?
Yeah, that was at Hillside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know that
in Lancashire.
Well. So.
Yeah, I like it there. I always like going back.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on the podcast and hopefully sharing your journey through amateur career through to where you are now. So let's start from the beginning. How old were you when you started playing golf, and how did you get into golf?
I first tried it when I was probably like 9 years old.
Okay.
Just like my mum took me down to like group sessions at the driving range, like junior sessions. To be honest, I actually really didn't like it.
Okay.
And then I don't know for what reason. Maybe it was just I didn't like the group sessions or something like that. And then it was like 2 years later when I was about 11. I started taking it up again, like got my first handicap, things like that. Yeah.
Okay. So why did your mum take you down at the age of 9? Did she play herself, or
she used to play? Yeah, she used to play. So when she was like younger, like through uni and stuff like that, she played golf.
Okay.
Like her teenage years and stuff, and then still played a little bit, but like since working and stuff and having me, and she didn't really play that much.
Okay. Are you an only child? Have you got any siblings at all?
It's just me. Yeah, only one.
So she put all her energy into you and try and make you a golf pro.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was almost like I did every sport possible, like when I was younger. So I'd try anything, and yeah, just gave golf a go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like you said, you didn't like it at the beginning, but 2 years later, you decided to go back to it. Yeah. Was that a freak accident, or was that intentional by your part?
I think it was just, I was like, oh, I'll give it a go again. Yeah, just one of them things, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did that first, obviously when you started playing again, what was the journey in that sort of first like year or two, and like to move you forward in your career?
Well, I joined the golf club like 5 minutes from where I live. It's just a 9-hole golf club. So I've been there since I was like 11. Mm-hmm. And then got my first handicap and started to play like Cheshire, like junior stuff. So like they had like different categories for like different handicaps and things like that. Yeah. Used to go down to a place called Style, which has like a little 9-hole academy course. We used to play that and on like the weekends and like coaching and things like that. It was really good. Okay, cool.
And at that point, was the coaching you were getting at that age, was it quite frequent, or was it just every now and then? And how that how steady and the sort of regular was the sort of coaching you were getting?
I think it was quite regular, especially through like the winter and stuff. And then it was more like the summer months where we'd go on the academy course and play like little fun comps. And like they used to do like a comp where you'd play for like a little cup. It was like this big. And I remember I won that one year. I think it was the first year I'd played it. And I think that you just like 9-hole par 3 course. So you just like added your scores up after so many rounds, and like, a bit like an order of merit sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well done. So at what point did you start to take it a little bit serious and start to think, oh, actually, I quite like this and could become your sort of career?
Yeah, I was around like 14, 15. I got into, to be fair, like I'd never really took it seriously up until that point. I played a lot of football at the time.
Okay.
I was playing quite high level. So that took up a lot of my time. I still did like the county coaching and things like that. And then I got into the Cheshire Ladies first team, and just took off from there really. Just really enjoyed it. Loved the atmosphere of being around like better players, and just thought, I quite like this. But I didn't really think about doing it as a job until I was 16, and I'd just done my GCSEs and I left school. And you have like such a long period of time before you go back from summer. And I literally just went to the golf club every day, like got dropped off, like when my dad went to work, he picked me up on his way home, like just spent hours and hours there every single day, just like chipping, putting, everything, like playing. Used to play like 36 holes in a day, like just thought, I actually really like this. I would like to do this as a job, yeah.
So you said there that you played football at quite a high level. Talk me through what level was you playing at and who was you playing for?
So I was playing for a team called Manchester, and we played in a league against like Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, Everton. We went up to Newcastle, like quite high level teams. And like the next stage up, I think I was playing under 16s at the time, or under 15s, I think it was. And then like the next level up, like you would be getting picked for like England and stuff. I wasn't quite up to the England scratch, but yeah. It was good. I really enjoyed it. It was good fun.
So was it a hard decision then to choose between football and golf at that age, or was it quite easy to choose golf?
I think it was a lot easier to choose golf, especially at the time with like thinking about like what I wanted to do, and like women's football back then was a lot different to it is now. Like England winning the Euros last year. Yep. Was unbelievable, and that's like so good, and like it was so different back when I was playing. To do it as a job, like it was almost like they played football as a second job. Yeah. So I think it was, it when I made the decision, it was quite easy.
Do you kick yourself now that you didn't carry on, or especially how the women's game is today, obviously? But
funnily enough, someone asked me this the other day, and I don't think I do now. No? Like I played like local after I stopped playing. Like I just joined a local team and just did it for like enjoyment. Like all my friends still played, and sort of did it for that, but it got to a point where I just didn't really enjoy it anymore. So I just, not missed it really.
Well, that's how I found golf, because I played football. I got to semi-pro level, probably not as good as you.
Oh, nice.
Not too bad.
No, you probably were.
I played that was when I was at university and like young and running around like a maniac when I was like 18, 19. Not so much now. But yeah, I just got fed up playing football and gave that up, and then found golf. So
yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Choice.
I hope so. So 16 years old, you finished school, you decided that golf is the pathway for you. What year was that when you sort of left university? School.
That would have been in 2011.
Okay, given your age.
The summer of 2011.
Okay, cool. So 4 years later, you're playing for the Nations Cup, or in the Nations Cup for England.
Mm-hmm.
In those 4 years leading up to that, what would you say was a defining moment that sort of kick-started your career and got you into that Nations Cup team?
I think it was almost like I had some really good people around me, and just always wanted to get myself to the next level. So like I played like county golf for a long time, and the next step up was just England, and I'd never been involved in the England girls sort of setup. And then it almost felt like it came out of nowhere really when I first got picked, because like I'd play in all the big tournaments and things like that. But it was just almost like a bit of a shock in a little way.
Yeah.
Just because I was always a bit like, oh well, I won't get picked. Like I'm just a little bit like that sometimes. Yeah. And yeah, so it was really good. Enjoyed it. We played. I think the first time we played for England was Abu Dhabi. It was such a good week, and just loved every minute. And I was like, I want to do this like all the time. Yeah.
Well, I said in 2015 you played again. You was playing alongside Sammy Giles and Bethan Popple. Was that right?
Yeah.
From what I saw, didn't you guys win that tournament in the end?
The Nations Cup.
Yeah, 2000.
Was that at La Reserva in Spain?
I believe so, yes.
I don't think we did win that, no.
Oh, okay. I've got my information wrong. But, okay, we'll ignore what I just said there.
I don't think we did. The first time I played for England was Home Internationals 2014. Okay. Yeah, at Abu Dhabi, yeah.
Okay, good stuff. But even that experience of going out, like I said, playing 2 years in a row on the Nations Cup then, did that, obviously you said there that you always think, oh, I might not get picked, but did that kind of cement in your brain, okay, I am good enough at playing this game, and I can give you a sort of a spurt to kick on and do well, I guess?
Yeah, definitely. So after my first international pick and cap, I then got picked for the squads, and we used to go to training every couple of weeks down at Woodhall Spa, and that was a massive help towards just everything about different aspects of the game, like seeing different coaches for different areas and having set time individually with all of them, and just the whole setup really helped me individually. And I owe them a lot of credit for it.
During that time, did you have a regular coach as well? Was you just there with the England squad learning and evolving?
No, I did have my own coaches. I had a guy called James Salt. He did swing. I did a majority of the short game stuff. I did with the England coach Robbo when we were at the training sessions and things like that, and then started seeing Mike Kansky for putting.
Okay,
so yeah,
that's good. I've always wondered if, obviously, sometimes. I think I can't remember who I spoke to, but he said he had a coach and he was going off with the England team and he was getting conflicting messages and he didn't quite know who to listen to. So I was just wondering. Yeah, if that was the case.
I did have a bit of that, but it's it's going to happen, isn't it? Everyone's opinion is different, and it's almost like you have to be more independent on, and trust what you're doing and believe in what you're doing and trust that information is what you want to do and you think it's right. Yeah.
No, definitely. Good stuff. Do you know what? I've actually read the wrong thing earlier. So I actually read you did win England's winning team at the ladies' home internationals. That's what I was trying to get to.
Home internationals, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And then you also won 2 scratch events the season before that, the Pleasanton Putter and the inaugural Delamere Convoy Trophy.
Yeah.
You remember at Delamere, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So I've been there since I was about 16.
Okay. How far away is that from your house now?
It's about 40 minutes away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never played it. It looks like a lovely course to go and play.
Yeah, it is really good. It's sand-based. So where I live in Manchester, golf in the winter isn't the best.
No.
I joined there purely because you can play it all year round. There's no winter greens, anything like that. It's just, it's really good all year round. So that joining there was a big help as well.
Yeah, good stuff. Fast forward, well, not really fast forward, a couple of years later, 2017, I picked out this tournament because you won the Welsh Women's Stroke Play Tournament.
Yeah.
So would that be, obviously that was just before you turned pro, I believe.
Yeah, I think I won that I think that would have been the April time. Mm-hmm. And I turned pro in the September that year.
So obviously winning that tournament, I've never really heard of it, if I'm honest. So talk me through what that tournament is and how you went, obviously how that week went for you to win it. And then also after that, slightly different topic of question is, what was your decision then in making for you to actually turn pro and go from there?
So with the Welsh, it's just a 3-round stroke play championship. I always played a night because it was open to international players. And then, I won by, I can't remember how many I won by. It was a long time ago now.
Yep.
But yeah, just had a really good week. It was a links golf course, really liked links golf. Always enjoyed it. It was really windy. Just played good all week, and managed to get over the line.
No, good stuff. So then, so obviously 5 months later, you decided then to turn pro. So what was the decision making in actually deciding to turn pro at that time?
It was a bit all of a sudden, to be honest with you, because I was umming and ahhing. I was thinking, should I go to Q school as an amateur and see where I'm at, or should I turn pro and then go, or should I wait another year and try and get in the Curtis Cup team?
Yeah.
The following year, 2018. But I was with a management company at the time, and I got a phone call off Danny one day, and he just said, we've got you some invites into some events. One was the first one was the LPGA New Zealand Women's Open.
Nice.
And the other one was the Dubai Ladies Classic on the LET. But he said, there's one catch with it. You have to turn pro to be able to accept the invites. So I sat with it for a couple of days and just weighed everything up. And I was like, just came to the decision, I couldn't really turn them opportunities down, because if you look at it one way, one good week, it could be life changing, and you may never get that opportunity again. So I just took it and decided to turn pro.
Yeah, you can't exactly turn down the opportunity to play on the LPGA and LET straight away
definitely.
Turning pro. So no, definitely. I think I would have bit their hand off as well. So well done. I didn't realise you actually did that. So let's talk about the experience then, and how you felt about. So obviously you landed in the LPGA in New Zealand. Mm-hmm. I mean, how did that feel?
It was unbelievable. I loved every minute of it. Just being surrounded by some of the best players in the world. Just tried to just embrace the moment and take it all in, and see if I could learn things from different people, or just main goal of the week was to just enjoy it and just see where I was at compared to them, really.
Yeah. What sort of key takeaways did you take away from that then? Like you said, looking at the players that you're playing against, did you notice anything, right, actually, I've got to sort this out, or I need to be better at this? Yeah,
I remember I played with Catherine Kirk in one of the rounds, and we were having a chat, and it was just around the greens, really, and putting, especially long game. I've always been pretty good. Just the short game is just unbelievable. That was one of the biggest things, but also it's just the bad shot wasn't that bad. Mm-hmm. So off the tee or whatever, it was just almost I just needed to, I felt at the time I needed to just, the good was pretty good. It stepped up to it, but it was just making the bad just that little bit better, and just keep trying to improve the bad shot, because obviously that can change from making a triple to a double, or a double to a bogey, and you're saving, if you're doing that a couple of times a week, you're saving quite a fair few shots. So that was they were the two biggest things I took out of it.
Okay. I mean, I've noticed when I've watched pro golfers in the flesh, when I'm watching it even on the Clutch Pro Tour and stuff like that, you just see their short game is just unreal. It's obviously that's where the difference is, and it cracks me as well when you're watching golf on TV and they've hit a shot and they're effing and blinding. Oh, that's a terrible shot, and they land 20 foot away from the pins as opposed to 10 foot, and like you said, that's their bad shot. Yeah. So, like you said, if you can bring that back in a little bit, you're on for a good path.
Yeah, definitely.
And then again, so that was LPGA. The LET, was that a different level compared to the LPGA, or was it roughly the same?
I mean, It was very similar because like at the time there was quite a few of the LPGA players came over and played. Like one day I played with Brittany Lincecum. I think Angel Yin won that year. She's LPGA player. There was quite a few LPGA players that played, or girls that played on both tours that were there. And because at the time that was one of LET's probably biggest events, and obviously an enjoyable one because it's in Dubai. And so I'd say it was pretty similar.
Okay, good stuff. I've always wondered if the sort of level is different compared to the two tours. That's good to know. Okay, well, your moment came a little bit later. I think it was last year before. You played on the Rose Ladies series at Hillside. Yep. Obviously, you didn't go in the bunkers this time when you played this course at this time. And you won your first professional event with a score of 5 under. Again, let's talk about the feelings and the week leading up to the final round. It's only a 1 day round, isn't it? Sorry. Like how was you feeling about that tournament going into it, and then obviously the feeling afterwards when you actually won your first professional event?
Yes, like leading up to the event, through COVID and stuff, I didn't play a lot of tournament golf. So like 2020, I don't think I played any, maybe 1 or 2 like 1 day events. And then end of 2020, I went and worked. I got a job in Boots, and then I got a job in a warehouse for a golf company that sells stuff online. So I was doing that up until the June or July in 2021. So like I'd still been practicing and little bits, and I'd played a couple of 1 day events earlier in the year and stuff. But it was almost like I was meant to play LET event in Finland, but I had to withdraw because I was in close contact with someone who tested positive, so I couldn't fly. I didn't actually get COVID, luckily, but so I was just like at home practicing, just sort of getting back to like a normal routine with practice and day-to-day life, really, rather than opening and closing boxes in a warehouse.
That kind of can be enjoyable.
Yeah, so it was just like I just tried to play golf, really, and it was almost like I had no expectations and almost like no pressure. I'd just got a sponsor at the time, so that was a big help, like financially and stuff. So it was almost like I was just free flowing and just went out and enjoyed it.
And then, like I said, this was your first professional win at quite a high level. Obviously, at the time during that period, there was obviously quite a lot of players playing on that due to COVID, like you said. What was that feeling like of actually getting it over the line and getting that first professional win under your belt?
Yeah, like it felt really good because previous years I'd struggled with injuries and things like that, so I'd never really. I turned pro end of 2017, and I hadn't actually played a full year until 2022.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it was like with COVID and injuries and things like that. It was almost just like it just felt really good. Just felt like all the hard work I'd put in over however many years was starting to pay off, really, and just I guess
I say it to a lot of guys on here. I guess it made you feel like you belong in that arena now that you've got that professional event under your belt.
Yeah, it's almost just like that extra little bit of confidence to be like, oh, well, you actually can do it. And just gives you that extra little bit of belief in yourself to be like, oh, yeah, you can do that.
Well, of course you can. Quick, on the Rose Ladies series, how do you think... or do you think that the Rose Ladies series has changed the landscape of women's golf in the UK? Because obviously it's kept going since COVID. Everyone thought it was going to be like a one sort of season thing, but it seems to be going forward year on year. How do you think that's actually helping the sort of landscape of women's golf?
I think it's incredible. I think what Justin and Kate have done is amazing, and like they want to showcase women's golf and show that it's really enjoyable to watch. We play at a high level, and it's just all aspects of it. Like being on Sky helps massively, getting it out there and letting people see it for what it is. And I think it's just been really good. it's especially for like young girls watching on the telly, and yeah, I think it's been really good.
I think so as well. I think obviously there's been a massive influx in women playing golf now, which is fantastic. And obviously, like you said, they're giving these guys a platform, and you guys to go out and play. And like you said, it's on Sky now, so it's more accessible to watch. I think it's probably the best place it's ever been. And yeah, can only get better. So
yeah, definitely.
Good stuff. So for 2023. I know we're only in February, but what are your sort of plans going forward, and what sort of tours are you looking at playing on this year?
So I'm going to do what I did last year and play full season on the LET Access.
Okay.
For a number of different reasons, really. Mainly the fact that I think with the category I have on LET, I won't get in enough events to give myself the best chance of getting a full card for next year. Okay. Other than to win. Yep. And I just at the time, like when I made the decision a couple of weeks ago, I just felt like playing on Access. I really enjoyed it last year. Got some really good friends that we travel around with, and I just feel like at this moment in time in my career, I think that's just the best option at the moment.
Obviously, like you said, if you play all those tournaments, you can play your way in through your order of merit, I'm guessing.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you still try and play? Yeah, sorry, go on. What have you got?
Top 6 get full card for LET for the year after, yeah.
Would you still try and play in those LET LET tournaments that you said you might have the option to play in, or would you?
Yeah, potentially. If they don't clash with Access events, potentially. Something I would definitely look at. Brexit's thrown a bit of a spanner in the works with the whole 90-day thing, but so got to be careful with days in Europe and stuff. But if it works out and I can play, I probably will. Yeah.
Fantastic. So how many tournaments are you looking at playing this year then?
At the moment, there is 17 on the schedule, with the potential of I think it's 3 or 4 more to be added at any point. I think they're just waiting for the contracts and stuff to go through, from what I've heard. But I can play I'm going to play minimum of 15.
Okay.
Of them. So yeah.
And when's the first one?
Give that again. The first one is 1st or 3rd of March in Spain.
So coming up pretty quick.
Not too far away now. Yeah.
So what's the plan between now and then? Just practice.
Yeah, just try and concentrate on all different aspects of my game. I haven't played a great deal like on the course and stuff, so I'll try and play like at least like 5 times a week. Mm-hmm. Just try and get myself in the best place, ready to go.
So I've got a couple of questions for you to carry on going forward. So first one is, when you're preparing for a tournament, what's the one thing that you must do to ensure you play well? And do you have any superstitions before you play?
I would say what I've noticed is, especially previous years with myself, I would always sort of look at it and think, what am I struggling with? And I would just absolutely hammer practice for like a week up until the tournament, and just hammer that one little thing I was struggling with. Mm-hmm. But I would definitely say cover all aspects of your game, like driving, irons, like especially pitching, chipping, all aspects of short game, and putting, especially putting.
Yeah, like I said, you highlighted that. That's obviously the main thing these guys are killer at. So you've got to be a killer as well. So good. Do you have any superstitions before you play, or during while you're playing?
Yeah, I have quite a few.
We've got all night. Go for
it. The main one I have to do is I use a coin for my ball marker.
Okay.
And it's a Kenyan shilling.
Right.
And it has to be a certain way up. I have to make sure I put it on the floor and the number 1 is pointing to the sky. Don't know why. And it has to be pointing like to the hole.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't know why. I've always done it.
Why Kenyan shilling? Where'd that come from?
I think I used it in, I must have got it. Obviously I got it in Kenya.
Yeah.
I played Kenya 2019. I think I must have used it when I was in Kenya that week. And I think I must have just played okay and just liked it. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, we need to see a picture of the Kenyan shilling, I think, next time you play.
Yeah.
Okay. When you got an approach shot, what's your favourite yardage and why?
I would say between 125 and 130.
Okay. And what sort
It's
of
my
club would you be
favourite
hitting?
currently.
Okay,
It's currently my favourite yardage.
And what sort of club would you be hitting from that sort of distance?
I'd probably hit like a 3/4 9/9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that because you just like the control of it and obviously?
Yeah, I hit a lot of like knockdown shots.
Okay.
I feel like I have pretty good control of it. Distance control is always pretty good with it, so I really like that yardage.
Good stuff. If you weren't a golfer, what would you be and why?
Ooh. I always wanted to be a PE teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was in school and stuff. Always been sporty. Liked it. Yeah, just I think because the PE department at the school I went to were like, we all really liked him and we all got on. I think that probably had a bit of an influence as well.
Yeah,
but yeah, I always wanted to be a PE teacher.
Yeah. Yes. Well, also with your football background, would have been quite good as well. So
yeah,
makes sense. Our PE department at our school was quite good as well. We always had to have good fun with them.
Yeah, we did. We went on some great trips. Yeah.
Okay. From all the people you've played with so far, if you could pick one, who would you say was the best golfer you've played with?
Female?
It can be whoever you want it to be.
I'll go female. We'll keep it down the female route.
Okay.
I'll go with the person that... I've not played golf with her, but I've just watched her hit balls.
Okay.
The most impressive I've seen on the range was Anne Van Dam.
Okay.
Yeah, it's close between her and Brooke Henderson.
Okay. What was it?
She is literally like a robot. Like both of them are just like... Anne Van Dam swings it unbelievable.
Yeah.
Strikes it amazing. Brooke Henderson, the exact same, just like throws and ropes it. Just unbelievable. Probably the most impressive player I've played with. That's a tough question.
That's right. Well, I think the answer you're given about the most impressive that you've seen is obviously those two, is Brooke and Van Dam. I think that's pretty good, so we'll leave it at that one.
Okay.
I'll let you off that one.
I'll keep thinking. I'll come back.
Off that question, I've got another question popped into my head, which I didn't write down. But if you could play with anyone, who would you want to play with? Another hard question for you.
Yeah. There's a lot of golfers. I think I would pick Nelly Corder.
Okay.
Yeah. Nelly Corder or Rory McIlroy. And I never used to really like Rory. Just like the last couple of years, yeah. I'm just like, yeah.
He's not a bad golfer, is he?
Yeah, he's okay. He's okay.
Last question in this batch, which leads kind of into the top tips that I was telling you about earlier. But if you could go back and tell your younger self anything, what would it be?
I would have to say believe in yourself, definitely. It's something I've always struggled with, really, especially when I was younger. I'm working on it. But yeah, I would say believe you can do it. Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Okay, like I said, that leads nicely into the last section of the podcast, which is reason why I started doing it was to speak to professional golfers such as yourself to learn more for my game as well, because I've got a small aspiration to play professional golf at some point in my life. Hopefully more towards the end of this year or beginning of the next, but we'll see how that goes. So if you could give 3 top tips to any aspiring golfer who wants to turn pro, what would they be and why?
I would say work really hard on like specific key areas. I would say, golf sort of going this way, like hit it long and putt well, like especially men's golf, like and I would say take as much in as you can and ask questions, try and get as much information and stuff out of people and just learn, keep learning. Like you're learning every day and just keep doing that. Just ask questions, ask people, like keep pecking at them. Like, oh, if you see them play a good shot, and you're like, oh, not quite sure. Ask them, like, oh, how do you do that? I would say that, yeah.
I'm the worst for that. I'll ask you too many questions. But no, that's good. Okay. Gemma, thank you very much for coming on the podcast and giving us a little insight into yourself and to your career.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Hopefully you'll get a nice kickstart to the season on the LET Access.
Hopefully.
And you'll smash that All in Merit and finish in that top 6.
Hopefully we'll give it a go.